The zero waste movement seeks a responsible consumption beyond non-generation of waste, moving away from use and from agree and fund fashion argument obsolescence and waste or resource. And from a practical point of view, there is things that you have probably heard and the 5R's. The five basic pillars to adopt to phenomenon to look out planet.
This is based in large quantity sug as we should only consume necessary and basic products. The origin of zero waste. Thanks to B. Johnson, a woman from California, United States, who made a reflection of the future that they wanted to leave his two children, and decided that she improved it. So together with his family, he began to reduce the waste they generate.
I started bringing grocery totes to the store instead of using the plastic bags. Then I started bringing my own cloth bags, which I made from old sheets to buy in bulk. Thank you.
How much would you like it?
If you could fill it, that'd be great. And then I thought, well, I can probably push it further and bring jars to the counters to eliminate the cheese, meat, fish wrappers. Yeah. Thank you so much. So to achieve zero waste at home, we simply follow 5 rules in order. So 1, we refuse what we do not need. 2, we reduce what we do need. 3, we reuse by swapping anything that's disposable for a reusable alternative and buying secondhand. 4, we recycle only what we cannot refuse, reduce, or reuse. And 4th, we rot, that is compost the rest.
The topic is refuse. But what is refuse? Refuse is avoid purchasing or using items that are not recyclable. Refuse something unnecessary helps the planet more than you think.
It is important for reuse. Reuse is important because it's latent the first useful life of a product, without the net of recycling and saving energy, materials and money in the process. It also allows us to save resources, making fewer raw materials, leading to create more things. That means our nets for materials. That means exploiting more forests, raw materials, fuels, and other valuable resources.
Examples of how to reducing our consumption will invariably result in waste that will return to the environment. Making smaller pressure will result in less garbage we generate. The lower the load on our transport, the lower the fuel consumption, and with it, the less CO2 contamination that our vehicle. Finally, the more processed product we buy, the lower the industrial contamination of factories.
What is reduce? Reducing is simply not generating waste of the same products, avoiding the accumulation of finished products. It's reducing the amount of waste that we generate, such as bottles and plastic bags, among others. Above all, it's reducing the consumption of resources such like water and electricity.
Reducing consists of avoiding the unnecessary garbage in general, avoiding byproducts with unnecessary packaging and using the products properly. Also, reducing the level of energy expenses. This will prove great benefits for the environment. If we reduce the problem, we reduce the impact it can cause.
This video talks about how we can reduce everything that may cause unnecessary expenditure or waste.
Reuse, what is it? Is the process of collection and transformation garbage into useful products for us. And you wonder why it's important? Well, it's important because in this way we can conserve our natural resource and it positively benefits our planet. And remember, reuse is one of easiest way to combat global warming.
The recycling is the process by which waste is converted into new products or material resources with which to make other products. The first type of recycling can be classified by type of material as being recycled: glass recycling, paper recycling, metal recycling, plastic and textile recycling, and finally electronic recycling. Another type of recycling is composting, which is the reuse of biodegradable waste, like garden mulch or food.
What we can do to recycle. Read labels and packaging. Separate waste into separate containers. Deposit the waste into the corresponding container. Learn what to do with special waste. Recycle cooking oil. Clean food containers before throwing them into the bin. Reduce the size of bottles and bricks. Involve your whole family and environment in your recycle plan. Recycle and reuse go hand in hand.
Rot. It is the breakdown of proteins from inorganic substances carried out by bacteria and fungi, the result of which includes the production of small amines. The cell transmitted which now is very rot in cucumbers, appears those infected soil ripe are the most vulnerable to this disease.
Rot is classified into noble rot is a benevolent infection, a great fungus, British Cinerea, Wayne's grapes, dry rot is a disease caused of the fungus Botrycineres, which is present in wild areas of the peninsula. Although its in this incidence is higher in humid areas, mainly of the Cantabrian coast.